Hey guys, I'm just gonna do a quick unboxing and go over some of the motion Racework catch can for a Gen 3 Coyote setup. Um, no surprise. Well, I know you might be surprised, but there's no directions in this, and there's no directions on the website for it. I mean, it's straightforward. If you're mechanically inclined, you should understand how catch can works. You're basically venting the crankcase pressure through the valve covers. Um, so we're gonna want to take the recirculation system that's currently on the car. In this particular kit, I'm going to do a vent to atmosphere on it because I'm boosted. So that's the way I decided to go. So things I'm learning, I'm going to show you guys too, and I'm still in the process of learning, so there might be more that maybe not inaccurate once we get to the point. So what you get in the box though, so you got the catch can itself. I assembled it a little bit. I put a little Teflon paste here. There's some on the fitting already too. Teflon that put it in. That's the drain valve. I just kind of put these bolts in here. You get lots of options for mounting, so I just put the bolts on there right now because I want to get an idea where to mount this. There's no specific bolt-in application. Like the UPR one has a specific application. This one's more universal fitting, which may be a good thing for depending on your setup. So we got Fergola 10AN straight fittings. There's 3 of them. There's 190. There's this 90 fitting here, and at first I thought I was missing one of these. These are the quick connects that go into the valve cover, but I guess one side, the driver's side is going to use this one, and the passenger side is going to use this one. I'm not sure if I have to take that screw out in order to put that on, and then you put the screw in to hold it. I'm not sure. I haven't got that far yet. And like I said, there's no direction, so I'm kind of in the dark on that part right now. We got our 10AN ORB fittings, which those are, I'm assuming, are going to go on both the outlets here. And then they give you 6 feet of 10AN line. Depending on where you mount the valve, the catch can, it may be enough. I might need to order a little bit more. I'm not sure. But I have a Whipple, and I'm just going to show you some of the things I'm thinking ahead before I start the install. And I'm in contact with Motion to find some things. So first off, our current setup. Here's our outlet. It's going right into the right behind the throttle body into the intake there. So that's the passenger side, and then the driver's side is over here, the short run, which is going to the nipple on the intake tube. So what I'd like to do, I seen they make snap connect caps, so I'd like to find those. I'm talking to Motion Raceworks right now about trying to find those fittings or amongst the groups. So before I do this install, I definitely want to get those caps. I could probably run to the hardware store, get some rubber clamps and a hose clamp, but I just want to make it nice, look OEM as much as possible. And then so now I need to think where I'm going to mount this catch can. So that's where I was in the process. I'm going to put the breather filter on here so I can see how high it's going to sit and get an idea of where to mount this at. And I think I was looking at one spot. There's not many. I did see one video, a guy mounted his down by the fog light, which is pretty cool. And it might make it easy to drain once it's up. If you got the car up on a lift, it'll make it easier to drain it. It's gonna be you're not gonna see it. So, man, that does not go down really well. Couple little okay, there's a lip, so I just got to be more forceful pushing that down. And on this bracket right out the package, it's kind of rusty. It's kind of sucks. It'd be nice to see this made out of aluminum maybe, so it won't rust and it'll be lighter, but yeah, it's got rust there, so look forward to that rusting up down the road. So I'm thinking of mounting this probably down here somewhere. Looks like I'm gonna have to custom make a bracket. Maybe I could tie into those holes somehow. I could probably put a nut cert if I can find one that's in that thread, but it'd be only one hole point. Ideally, I'd like it to sit vertically. see if there's anywhere over here. No, definitely not there. Yeah, I think this is the only spot I have real estate for. Unless I, like I said, pull that headlight off and see if I can mount it down there. So I'm probably going to come up with some kind of custom bracket for right here. Would there be? And being it's vented, you might get a little bit of oil mist. I mean, hopefully the filter is going to catch most of it, and you could probably put a sock also to keep some of the mist down. But yeah, so there's just an idea. Hopefully it gives you an idea of what's going on with the unboxing. And then once I, probably not going to show you the install. The install is pretty going to be, if you can assemble an AN line, that's pretty much all you're going to have to know. The biggest thing is just plumbing it, figuring out where you're going to mount it. So I did get the additional bracket. So I'm going to play with this, see if I can find somewhere to mount this. And I'll come back when I find something. Thanks, guys. So I think I'm going to use these two existing holes that were here for mounting. This hole's square, as you can kind of see. I'm going to have a washer in there. I made a backing plate that I fished through here and came through there. So I could use these existing holes, didn't have to drill anything. And then it's going to bother me, these are two different size nuts, but that's one hole is smaller than the other. So this is the conclusion of the catch can installation. I ended up calling UPR to get these plugs, those snap plugs for the vacuum line ports. Motion Raceworks, they couldn't find them for me at the time. I think they might have found them by now. But I did call UPR. They knew exactly what I was talking about, and they were able to send me 2 of them. So if you're getting the Motion Raceworks, and you might want to get those caps, or like you could use a rubber plug, but those are nicer. So as far as routing, I think I said a little bit wrong. This one has the 90-degree fitting on the driver's side, and then the straight fitting lock, rotor lock fitting is on the valve cover into a 90-degree. And so I assembled that line, and then I staked the line behind the blower, marked it, and then put the fittings on this end for the catch can. I was a little nervous. I think it did pop out on that end at one point in time, because I was kind of pushing the line, trying to get all those lines to fit on there. You're putting a lot of pressure on the plastic there, so just be careful when you're doing that. I'm hoping to do the metal valve covers, which are pretty expensive for the Gen 3, but I do eventually. I don't trust those the plastic up there, and it makes the motor more rigid too, so I do want to get the CNC valve covers eventually. I ended up making this one bracket. I used their bracket for a template for the holes. They didn't end up lining up how I wanted them. I was able to use one bolt hole, so I might come back and redesign that bracket a little bit different now that I know where the catch can is going to sit. But that's pretty much it. And then you could see in the pictures how I made the backing plate. There was pictures out in the last clip. But that's pretty much the installation. Good luck to you guys. Hope it was helpful to some people trying to figure this out. Talk to you guys later.